theory of opposition, which is lengthening the body away from a strong center. You get much better results if you can lengthen and stretch the body whilst you're strengthening it. So I'm going to illustrate this very simply by doing an outer thigh leg raise without opposition first, so you can feel the difference between working with opposition and without. So, okay, what I'd like you to do is just relax the body, so you're not lengthening at all initially, and I just want you to just very simply lift this leg up to about hip height, okay? Now, if you can tell me two things. First of all, if you can point to the area where you feel the muscle contraction. Okay, so around the glutes and outer thigh area. And if I was to say to you on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense would you feel this? Let's say 10 is really intense and 1 you don't feel much work going on at all.
Around a 3.
Okay, so minimal effort. Okay, so now let's add the theory of opposition. So lengthening the body in two opposing directions. So what I'd like you to do, okay, is we'll start with the fingers. So if you spread the fingers wide and really stretch and reach the arm northways away from the body, okay? And then make space between the ear and shoulder so the neck is nice and long. You're drawing the shoulders down and away. Pressing this hand downwards and the elbow upwards, but without hiking the ear to the shoulder. Then just make space in the waist. So drawing this hip bone away from the rib cage. So the waist is long, you could get your arm underneath. And then imagine space in this joint here. So the thigh bone, imagine it making space out of that hip socket. So the leg is nice and long. And take that energy right through to the foot, so really reaching the foot along the floor. So your arm is reaching in one direction and your leg is reaching in the opposite direction. Now you've got to be careful if you're being pulled in two opposite directions. We don't want to buckle in the center, so we need to use our powerhouse, pelvic floor, drawing in the abdominals, pulling the ribs in, particularly that bottom rib, away from the floor, lengthening everything. And then we're ready to lift. And as you lift, almost imagine stretching the leg away, long and strong. Drawing that shoulder down, reaching the opposite arm away. Now give it a number out of 10K.
A definite 7.
So a much more challenging way to work. It takes a lot of energy to work in this way, to stretch yourself in all different directions whilst you're working hard in the muscle and strengthening.